The hardest prison to be in uh, is not always made of walls. It's made of other people's expectations of you. And I believe that in the industry and personal lives and whatever. But we're talking about my dad's career and then how this phenomenon dovetailed with my career like to the T. So I was at where Easy Rider was, and then he dove into the 70s, finally escaping my mother, and did nothing but Bad Boy. I mean, like he was like Unliving Nuns and Hell's Angels on Wheels and getting you know, by motorcycles. And this went on through the 70s. Now, he obviously started to get hip to the fact that he was being typecast. But my dad was as work driven as a cat is food driven. Seriously. So he would take anything. And this is what all he was getting until he rounded out into the late 70s. He got a movie called Heckle and Hype, which I was on for every day. And he was still a bad cop, but it was a moving away from, writing choppers and unliving nuns, right? So then he gets the pinnacle turning point pivot that he thinks is going to be a pivot, which was a starring role, his only real starring role, except in a movie called Hauser, and I am the only one on the planet to include my family and his friends that have ever seen it. In fact, I saw it 600 times because I was dragged. He was friendly with people in projectors booths that had access to his movies, and he would go to watch the dailies, but it was really just to rerun his parts over and over again. I'm sorry, Poppa. Okay, so he gets Revenge of the Ninja, starring role. He's wearing like a suit and whatever. So this is his escape, right? Or so one would think. And it is a very popular film, and he rides that for a while, but then very soon thereafterwards, he's back to baseline. He is not doing the things like with Richard Burton and O.J. Simpson or whatever that he was doing in the 70s, still as a bad guy. He's now this kind of like shady bodyguard or like, oh my God, adult movie book, like store owner, whatever. But so the career narrows and narrows, and he starts teaching acting roughly in and around that time, which was very gratifying. And he was very well known and a very good acting teacher. But let me tell you guys that may have studied with him, there was a profound, quiet disappointment in my father all through that time. Why? He was not working the way he wanted to be working, and he was getting older. And this same thing happened to me. Why was I cast in commercials from 6 to God knows when, exclusively as the boy next door, as I've mentioned before? But then after E.T., I get Spinal Tap. I play a punk rock kid, and then that's all. I'm drug dealer. I'm bad influence. I'm punker. I'm punk boyfriend. I'm, weird sidekick. Okay. And that's all. I couldn't escape that either. So ironically, I guess I'm landing at Hollywood didn't just typecast my dad, but it handed me the same box. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. I always appreciate your time. I love you. Take good care of yourself until tomorrow, and bye.